Hey guys, AuspiciousSausie here, and welcome to episode 52 of the San Marino Challenge. And what an episode we have in store today. TAM Cup final, so basically the Coppa Italia, the Italian Cup, whatever you want to call it. It is the final, and we are versing Roma. It's going to be a very, very tough game. But first, before we get into that, let's have a look at the league table nice and quick here. As you can see, we're still in first, which is surprising because we haven't bottled it yet. Now, there is only a few games left to play. We're 4 points ahead of Inter. And we almost could have been 7 points clear. So, yeah, we'll go over the fixtures now. But as you can see, we've already qualified for the Champions League as well, which is really good. We've got to win the league. I don't think we'll ever be in a better position to win our first league than we are right now. So, yeah. In terms of what's happened since the last episode, I think we've really done, quite well. Of course, the last episode was actually our sort of international management debut in terms of, playing in a competitive qualifying tournament, I guess, which was after this Spal game. Unfortunately, we actually lost the next game. I'll show you the internationals real quick here as well. We actually lost against Scotland as well. I mean, as you would expect. I mean, it's pretty obvious that was sort of going to happen. We lost 4-0, and all 4 goals, as you can see over here, were scored in the first half. So we drew the second half with Scotland, and I'm pretty proud of that. Anyways, so we followed that up with a really disappointing loss to AC Milan. 1-0 loss, Cutrone getting the only goal of the game. But as you can see, we didn't really deserve to lose this one. 1 shot on target for AC Milan, and they score a goal. We had 6 shots, and we could not score. Yeah, FMBS, I think, right there. The next game, however, we bounced back with a massive, massive victory over Juventus, away from home as well. As you can see, Forte slotted away a penalty and, got us a vital 3 points. I mean, essentially, if we lost this game, we would be 1 point ahead of Inter and sort of going into the stage. Well, I mean, the last game that we just played was against Inter, but we'll get into that in a second. We then went into the Europa League quarterfinals, and of course, I mentioned we drew Bournemouth in the last episode. The first leg, some more FMBS. We drew 2-2 at home, Viviani getting our goal. Kasper Dolberg then scored 2 goals. Let's have a look at how many shots they had. Oh, they had 2 shots on target, and they scored 2 goals again. However, this time, we had 14 shots on target. We scored 1 goal from open play. The other goal was a Ricardo Forte penalty in the 86th minute, just to give us the draw there. Now, just typical FMBS. Anyways, the next game was against Salernitana. As you can see, dispatched them away pretty convincingly, 3-0 victory. Renault, Antonio, and Formato on the score sheet. And Renault also picking up 2 yellow cards within the space of 8 minutes, which was great, getting himself sent off. The next game was the quarterfinal second leg, away from home, in Bournemouth Stadium, which I guess is a new stadium. Yeah, 22,400 capacity, year built 2022. So they got a new stadium, only 5 years old. But yeah, we managed to beat them 1-0. Of course, we go through on aggregate 3-2. Formato with another penalty. We've had quite a few penalties recently, which have sort of saved us a little bit. And I definitely wanted to take that because, once again, we were the better team in this game as well. And it looked like it was going to go to a draw. And when I saw that penalty, I breathed a pretty big sigh of relief. And of course, like I mentioned, the previous game I just played was a 0-0 draw against Inter. And unfortunately, I'll show you the stats of this game. We absolutely dominated them, and once again, we sort of get screwed over. I mean, they had 0 shots on target, which is great because they didn't score. However, we had 9 shots on target and we could not score a goal. And I mean, if we got this 3 points, like I said, we would essentially win the league. We'd be 7 points clear with a couple of games left to go. And of course not a couple of games, 5 games left to go. We've got a couple of tough games. Lazio I think they're in 5th, and then of course Roma, who I'm not too sure where they are actually. They're in 14th. Okay, well, I didn't realise that, and I'm a little bit more positive, I guess, going into this cup final. Anyways, that is the fixtures caught up to date. As you can see, Formato so far this season has been above and beyond our best player, which is a little bit odd because I've already set up a transfer that sort of replaces him, and I kind of regret doing it a little bit now because we're paying a massive wage to a player. Anyways, let's move on. Let's go into the starting lineup today. We got a lot of tired players, which is it's a pretty unfortunate thing to have to deal with going into a cup final. However, we are competing on 3 fronts. It's worth noting as well that we drew Arsenal in the semi-final of the Europa League, so it's going to be a fun semi-final. Fun 2 legs. Anyways, today's starting lineup is going to be Ingvarsson in goals, Antonio at right back, Armini and Squizzato as our 2 centre-backs. Gilles will come in today, as Nesic is on 77% condition. Then we're going to go with Novi, who is also lacking condition as well. He's on 81%. I mean, Armini is also on 80%. So, like I said, we've got some really tired players today. Really tired. But then we're going to go with Vitek, due to a suspension to Renault. Of course, picking up the 2 yellow cards. And then, of course, on the left wing, unfortunately, going to have to go with Forte. Similar sort of deal with Formato. In the centre of midfield today, we're going to go with Cizek and Viviani. Again, both of them not really fit for this game as well. And then, of course, up front, Albani, the striker from our youth academy, who's really, really starting to develop nicely at 17 years old. However, he's also on a very low condition for the match. So it's going to be an interesting one, to say the least. On the bench today, we're going to go with Marino, Vicini, Conforti, Nesic, Martinez, Renault, Dalm, who just came back from his injury, Basado, Ugolini, Veta, and Sabanda. Come on, boys, let's do it. First piece of silverware in a few seasons would be great. I would love it. I'm just going to tell them I expect them to win the trophy. I mean, straight up, that's all that matters. I mean, they're obviously not in very good form at the moment. Looking at their players, they got a couple of good players, so it's not going to be an easy game by any stretch of the imagination. It's not a bad ball there by Novi. However, Roma are on the counter. Oh my god, this guy's fast. Oh my god. Alisson Pierre. He's quick. He is very quick. Antonio. Pretty poor throw-in. Novi. Viviani. Novi again. Antonio. Can we get a cross in? Vitek. Novi. Sort of playing around with the ball. Albani. I mean, we're keeping possession nicely, but I want end product. Viviani shoots, and it's wide. Come on, boys. We need to be a little bit better than that. We are dominating the possession, though, massively. It was 70%. Another highlight here. It's a weird headed ball forward. Squizzato picks it up right at the back of our goal line. Not our goal line, Come on, boys. That's not good enough. Although we do win it back through Forte. Vitek! It's a good save by their goalkeeper. And then a good tackle by the defender as well. But we are starting to look a little bit better. I think we're starting to look a little bit more dangerous as well. which is a nice positive. As Cizek picks up a yellow card. Okay. Well, definitely got to ease him off. I mean, a red card would absolutely destroy us at the moment. As we go into half-time, 0-0. Okay. They're really not playing well. A lot of their players are on 6.4 ratings. I'm going to tell our boys that I'm not too pleased with what's going on at the moment. We need to push for that first goal. We need to get the breakthrough. I really don't want this to go to extra time because all of our players, or most of them, are really, really tired. I think I might bring Dom on in about 10 minutes or so. Again, purely for the fact that he's not really match fit, but he's fit enough to play. Oh, come on. So close from Viviani again. Vitek brings the ball forward. Plays inside to Viviani again. Albani. It's probably going to come off in a second, so should probably try and get a goal before he leaves. Antonio. Vitek. Oh my god! Oh my god, what a goal. Holy shit. Sorry, can we please see a replay of that? Holy shit. What was that? Vitek with an absolute wonder goal. Oh my god. I actually can't believe he scored this. He's right-footed as well, and he hit it with his left. Now that is a cup final goal, if I have ever seen one. Oh my god. Look, oh my... That is something else. Wow. That is special. And... ooh, I thought they were about to equalise. That was scary. But yeah. What a goal. That might be the best goal I've ever seen in Football Manager. Honestly. And I've played since, 2011. And I've definitely put a lot of hours into it. Wow, I can't believe that. That was definitely special. I honestly... I was about to say, I hope we don't score another goal, and that's the only goal of the game. But, yeah, Cizek manages to get on the score sheet himself. I just kind of wanted it to be the only goal of the game, because that was... top draw. Top draw. I was going to make some subs, but I completely forgot about doing it. Yeah, Dom can come on. We'll take Viviani off as well. And, yeah, Vicini. Why not? Vicini can come on the pitch. Experience a cup final. It's probably going to be a part of a few more himself. And hopefully, hopefully he'll be a part of a World Cup final. Although, it doesn't look like it's going to happen anytime soon. In terms of the national team. Roma, they're breaking forward here. Oh, and Antonio just beasts it. Absolute tank. It's worth noting I actually just rejected a transfer offer for Antonio from... oh, Gilles got sent off. Oh, Gilles. What are you doing? Yeah, he got an offer in from Palmeiras in Brazil. Basically, they offered about 5.5 million or something for him. And I just rejected that straight away. He's actually touted as the next Cafu, so it's really interesting. Obviously Cafu is a pretty good right back, so I like the comparison. There we go, boys. We've won the TIM Cup. Like I said, first piece of silverware in a pretty long time since Serie B. So, so good to win something finally. And we're also on track to win the league. So, yeah, super happy about that. Ingvarsen gets a little bonus, and there we go. Pivotal match, the 0-0 draw against Inter away from home. Interesting. And yeah, Antonio, average rating of 8.57 for the cup. That's pretty crazy. And he also gets man of the match here with 2 assists in the cup final. And we also get 4.48 million for winning the cup, which is really nice. And I mean, Gilles, we'll just give him a warning, I guess. Yeah, so there we go. That was the first ever final that San Marino have been in their 68-year history, which is worth mentioning as well. And we'll definitely praise Antonio. I mean, that's pretty good. I'm very happy with that, guys. I think that definitely deserves a like. If you enjoyed the episode and you're not subscribed as well for any reason, make sure you do that. Hit the notification bell and that'll sort of keep you up to date with all these episodes coming out in the future. Guys, the next episode, it's crunch time. The league will be on the line. And who knows, we might beat Arsenal in the semi-final. I have no idea. We'll see how that goes. We might be in the Europa League final as well, if we can overcome that. Well, I mean, I go for Arsenal in real life, so it's going to be a bittersweet game regardless. Anyways, guys, take it easy, and I'll see you next time.